Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
Fire escape inspection summary video. This is Inspector Alan Toll, a licensed architect and certified fire escape inspector. San Francisco. This is the first of 2 fire escapes. This is the first one here is along Bush Street. It's like an 8-story building with 8 platforms. I'm going to verify that for sure from down below. I'll do a quick video. But so this is a pre-load test inspection, pass-fail inspection. It's not a repair report. This is basically to point out what the issues are and not necessarily where all of them are. It looks like it's been painted pre-1978, so it's going to require an EPA renovator's license. It is a galvanized system. So in order to pass the fire escape, it must be kept painted and maintained, and it must be structurally sound. We could certify this fire escape one of 3 ways. We could load test it, we could replace existing hardware and back up existing connections, or we can provide an opinion affidavit stating that, to the best of our opinion, knowledge, and belief, that this fire escape is ready for its intended use. I can tell you that it is going to need paint, even though it is galvanized. There isn't much incidence of any rust that I see, either internal or there is some surface rust, but the existing paint that's here is peeling. You can see all throughout, right here and here. A lot of these connections are painted over, so we can't certify those for sure, but it's going to need probably 100% paint. Since it is galvanized, we would prime it with a Galbite product and then paint it. But generally it's a good order. It's all cantilevered systems, cantilevered out of the wall, masonry wall. Pipe rails of the railings appear in good order, connections appear in good order. But again, everything is original hardware, so I would say that probably 25% structural work on this, just to get a good look. Probably if we scrape the paint off, you can see some of these areas are rusted, so we want to take a better look at that, make sure that it's not more of an internal rust. But the flats appear to be in good order, so they're all riveted. All the treads are riveted, and I don't see any really incidents of any kind of distress and rust jacking, but we would suggest that for maintenance we come in here and we clean out these connections where the tread meets the stringer, and then make sure that we seal that with silicone. That'll prevent any future water intrusion. But again, the galvanization looks good, but it does have a time span, so the fact that it's painted and peeling means that it's going to require a new paint job. So I'm going to start. A lot of this is going to repeat, so I don't think I'm going to video on every platform. But as you can see, some of these railings, we just want to take a look and make sure these connections are secure. I'm going to start stepping down. Stringer clips at the top appear in good order. Again, no rust jacking that I see, but we really don't know with all this paint how those connections are holding up underneath. I'm assuming that they're in good order. We're not seeing any incidents of rust jacking between the connections, but you can see the paint is peeling. You know, this is not good for anybody holding on. So coming down, looking up here, you can see that these structural members are cantilevered out. They appear in good order. The masonry looks like it's in good order. Again, we probably could seal some of these places where there's some openings that will allow some water intrusion. All original hardware. You know, again, paint just needs some paint. Some of these, as we move down, it seems like the paint is a little more distress. But see, the connection back to the wall is good. Again, seal. I want to make sure these are all sealed and caulked with 30-year paintable silicone. But and I wanted to comment too that I know this is a pre-existing non-conforming structure, but this railing is 30 inches tall, which is pretty low. And again, it's acceptable as pre-existing non-conforming, but it may not be a bad idea to add a new rail at least up to 36 inches high. But that's a discussion that we can have. I don't see any rust happening in these connections here. So all of these platforms are the same. I also do have another comment that I'm a little concerned, especially on the lower. I'll show you on the bottom platform, but it's quite a big opening here. I would like to see another line that's a two-line rail that ties back, just so that no little kids fall through that opening. But the stairs look good. I'm going to step down a couple more platforms and then restart the video. So that'll do it for this, but this one I will continue on. Fire escape inspection summary video. I climbed down to the third platform, bypassing videos of the fourth and fifth and so on. They are mirror images of each other with pretty much the same conditions, but on the third we're starting to come across the ladder. So looking down below, I haven't released the ladder, but the ladder has been serviced in the last year. I'll show you the placard for that. It's a hydraulic ladder. Looks like the cable is in good order. The release mechanism is down on the first platform. So we're going to assume that this is in good shape. But again, everything else is pretty much mirroring each other. You can see the paint getting a little bit more peeling as we go down, but I don't see a lot of anything that's really anything that I see a problem or any distress. Appears to be in good order. Really just maintenance. Like I said, 25% structural. Take a look at some of these bolted connections. Back up some of these bolts with new hardware. So let me head down to the second level. We'll take another look at the ladder. Okay, going down. This is next to the second platform, and looking up, same thing in here. And we might want to take a look and make sure there's no rust that's occurring in between the structural member and the platform slats above. But I don't see as much distress or any incidents of rust. Here you can see the ladder, and that cable is not taut because it's released from down below. So I'm going to climb down one more platform. The lowest platform at the second floor. You see a lot of peeling paint. Lots of peeling paint. Let's get in there and clean out that paint. And we don't want to put any stress on those rivets. So any new paint will help that. So you can see here that see it has been serviced. The escape artists have been out here. Here is the mechanism, the release arm. See, hopefully I can get this hard to see, but there we go. So that's been serviced in April of 18, looks like. So you can see everything is pretty much the same. This is another concern I have. I would like to see this filled in here. I know it's kind of the same as above, but it is a little disturbing. If not, again, just have another railing right here. But that's going to do it for this inspection. Again, it just needs Some new paint. See, all this is peeling. Looks like it's painted pre-1978, so we require EPA renovator's license. No immediate hazards that I see. So if you have any questions, fire escape engineers, this is the first system of 2, so I'll be doing my report. I've taken photos of all this, so any questions, fire escape engineers, 866-649-0333.
Fire escape inspection summary video. Just completed my inspection here at 590 Bush Street, San Francisco. This is 7 balconies plus access to the roof. No life safety issues. The ladder was serviced within the last year. So that's going to conclude my inspection for today.
Load test still may be required by the AHJ. Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.